Good morning and welcome back to another video and a very Merry Christmas. Yes, it's still Christmas and Christmas morning again. So this is the encore Christmas episode or part two, however you want to view it. And we're going to continue on from the last episode. We're going to continue on to Toronto from Chicago with Air Canada. And with Air Canada and flying from America to Canada, it's classified as a transporter flight. So the service is a little bit different compared to an international flight, even though it is international. So I've not done a transporter flight for, years. I don't even remember the last time I did a transporter flight. So we'll check it out, and should be a quick jump over to Toronto, I think 90 minutes. So the bag's already checked in. I already checked it in after customs in Terminal 5. I just got to Terminal 2. So come along, let's go from A to B, let's finish this trip and get ourselves to Toronto. Once again, welcome back to another video on a chilly Chicago morning. It was about -10 with clear blue skies. A perfect weather for a winter walk, if I had the time, I reckon. I just got out of Terminal 5 and jumped on the airport transit system to Terminal 2. I should say that if you have to pass through border control in Terminal 5, would recommend a 3-hour connection window. The officers are doing the best they can and an important job to do, but it was a mess, especially when it came to collecting bags, and took over an hour to get through. But a short ride later and we find ourselves in Terminal 2. The terminal houses the check-in for Air Canada, Alaska, and JetBlue. There really isn't too much street side here, is there? At least it wasn't as busy as the customs hall in Terminal 5. I already had my ticket, which I got in Tokyo, so I just jumped through security. There wasn't much going on in Concourse E either, and a quick look at the board told me my flight was already delayed by about 45 minutes. United does have a lounge between the E and F concourses, but I decided to walk over to a more lively Concourse B, which turned out to be farther than anticipated. Well, my flight was originally set to leave at 10:10, but it's been delayed to 10:50, which is not bad considering it's winter time. So I think it's funny, as I walked through this terminal, I kind of laughed here and there. The time says it's morning, the McDonald's smells like morning, but it doesn't feel like morning one bit. And since I'm in America and I don't have cell service, I can tell by my phone it's like 12:30 in the morning, Tokyo time, so I'm ready to get to sleep. But we do have a couple hours, so we might as well hit up the lounge and see United's lounge versus ANA's. Lounge access was possible with my Star Alliance business class ticket. And yeah, looks pretty nice inside. I quickly grabbed a coffee, as caffeine was really the only thing keeping me awake at this moment. The club has a nice bar area on the other end, which if this was an afternoon flight, I would have to check out. The breakfast assortment is the standard fare, and I think those are Apple Jacks, and I don't think you can get Apple Jacks north of the border. So if you're watching this in Canada, let me know if you can get Apple Jacks at the store. And there's the hot selection and the breads. I got a little nibble to tie me over. My third Christmas breakfast of the day, if you're counting. Our flight to Toronto would depart from gate E2, and by the time I got to the gate, it was reasonably populated. And here's our little Embraer, which arrived from Montreal. Since customs is completed there, this flight lands as a domestic flight, and arriving passengers are spared doing it in Terminal 5. Though the plane arrived late, they did an efficient job of turning the plane around, and we boarded a few moments later. Today we'll be in 4A, the last row of business class for our flight to Toronto, and water bottles were handed out prior to pushback. Today we're on one of Air Canada Express E175s, currently the only Embraer variant in their fleet. This 17-year-old aircraft, which always flew under the Air Canada banner, has 76 seats on board in 2 classes, with 2 lavatories, one at either end of the aircraft. Business class on the Embraer is laid out in a 1-2 seating configuration over 4 rows, with dark blue seats and a light gray interior. Due to the single column of seats on the left, the overhead bins on the right side are large and more favorable. The older seats are comfortable, like an old recliner, providing a seat width of 20 inches. Due to the wider cabin on the Embraer, it felt more comfortable than the business class on Air Canada's CRJs. And I'll link to that video above for you to compare yourself. The seat has an adjustable headrest and reclines a few inches. Seatback contains the adjustable IFV with a USB slot beside, and below is the pocket. Business class seats yield a 38-inch seat pitch, which, as you can see here, makes the seat fairly roomy. And to round out the cabin is the air control and reading light for all passengers. The Embraers are Wi-Fi equipped. However, on this particular flight, I wasn't able to get it working. But if you do have Wi-Fi on your flight, I invite new viewers to subscribe from 35,000 feet for continued aviation and travel-related content. And while you're at it, why not leave a comment and let us know where you're watching from. If you are a fan of this channel, you'll know how much I love Air Canada's older IFVs. The retro system provides a glimpse of entertainment on airplanes at the turn of the century. And should you decide to take a step down memory lane, it's a wise choice to choose a show, if you can, and just let it run. The power outlet located on the side may be beneficial if you have your own device. The tray table extends from the armrest and is adjustable, large enough to support a laptop, or in my case, support breakfast. My 4th and sadly final breakfast of Christmas 2022. Overall, wasn't too bad. The yogurt and fresh fruit were the winners this time. And here's a look at the front lavatory, and as you can see, there were issues with the waterworks. Besides that, you can tell the age of the aircraft is starting to show. Air Canada already retired the E190s from its fleet, and with the aging E175s, my guess it's only a matter of time before they opt for newer, more fuel-efficient aircraft for the short to mid-haul routes. And as we land, a quick shout out to the crew on this flight. The cabin was full and they did an awesome job attending to the needs of the guests. Many thanks. This was a rewards trip from Tokyo to Toronto in business, and I paid 45,000 Aeroplan points
and $687.
All right, so that's a look at Air Canada's Transborder business class product. And overall, it was a quick flight over from Chicago. And hey, there was a warm meal. And wintertime, that's definitely a good thing. As you can tell from the interior and the IFE, they definitely have seen better days. I guess one good thing, though, with the business class is you do get lounge access with it. I believe in America, for business class, you don't always get lounge access, but with Air Canada, you do. So there's a plus there. And yeah, it was a nice day to go flying. Nice sunny winter day. Anyways, let me know what you thought about Air Canada's Transborder business class product. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.